Hello, once again, ladies and germs. This is your friendly host, Al, who is no longer with direction in terms of what to do next, although I do want to do the editor thing, and I have some notes about that. But I was thinking just, since I happen to be at the moment doing this thing, and that thing is something that probably most people have heard about but don't know how to do. And so I thought, why not give you a little lesson on what they call ripping a DVD, or creating a DVD-RIP, as they call it. Now, this is something, of course, that you would only do for your own personal use and making a backup of some file, or some DVD or something, and you don't want to lose that data, and should in no way be interpreted as information that one might want to use in order to redistribute, let's say, information contained on a DVD. That would be bad. Okay. Well, it turns out I don't have a DVD. I do have a DVD player in my system, but I don't have a DVD file. However, it's often the case you'll find that you'll go online and you'll go to perhaps to one of your favorite sites, and this sort of thing will happen. The names of the guilty have been hidden to protect their guilt. But you might go to a site like this site and see a file like this, which is perfectly reasonable for you to download because you lost your copy that you already paid for, so you want to get it back. And this looks like the right thing, and then you download it. You download the file, and you end up with something like this. Something.iso. It could also be .img, by the way. Now, an ISO file, or IMG file, is an image of a DVD that is stored as a file, but can be used as a DVD. The first thing that you need on your system is a way to what they call mount this. This is like an extra drive. See, I've got C and D. This is like another drive that I would like to get onto so that I can do something with it. The program that allows you to do that, well, there are probably more than one, but one of them is called Magic Disk. This here, which you run. Usually it runs at startup, but I don't have it at startup. And you right click on this and see, now it says G, no media. So you say mount, and then oh dear. I hope you can see that. I can clip that little bit out. But that has nothing to do with what I was doing. Now you go into your downloads directory, and there it is. ISO is one of the types of files it accepts. ISO, UIF, BIN, CUE, IMG, and a bunch of others. So we'll open it. Okay, and wait. And oh dear God. Oh dear. Okay. I have to start this over again because too much has been revealed. Yes, I'm in big trouble if somebody sees. Well, there's that. Alright, well, if I gotta take the hit, I gotta take the hit. Let it be understood that I once owned a copy of this DVD, and I lost it, but I found it online again, and now I would like it back. And I downloaded this ISO file, and I used Magic Disk to mount the ISO file, and now in order to rip the DVD. Now this would work for even if it was a physical DVD disc that you put in. Normally a bunch of options would come up, and if you had installed the appropriate software, one of the options would be this. You have to download this program, which is called DVDRIP. Looks like this. Okay. Now this could be a physical drive or it could be a virtual drive as I've got here. What this program is meant to do is to take the data from the DVD, which in this case is virtual, and put it onto your hard drive. Now you can select where you want it to go. I'll just take the default. Oh well, we'll change the default. We'll make a new folder. DV decrypted. Something like that. Okay. And then you just press this button. And now it's going to go on for quite a while. So I can press the pause and let this continue until it finishes. You might want to just take note of some of the things in the log here as it's doing its thing. It does undo any sorts of protection that there might exist on the DVD, macrovision protection. It will determine the decryption codes and whatnot, and remove them, making the data in its final format usable anywhere in the world by any software in the world. Pause again. Okay, now it is completed, and when I press OK, I'm going to get a bunch of error messages, but those can be ignored. The error messages, I think, have to do with the fact this is a virtual disk rather than a real one. So, well, when I close it or something, it'll do it. Yeah, see? But you can ignore all this. So now, we don't even need this drive anymore. We can dismount it. And just exit that. And now, I guess I should have dismounted it first. Can I dismount it? Eject? It doesn't really matter. But just to be, what was that? Magic Disk. Unmount. Oh. Okay, so it's gone. However, on my D drive, I have this. This is, of course, of little use. The next program that you need to install on your system, I don't have links for them except in here, is this thing called Auto Guardian Not. This is what you have to search for. Auto Guardian Not. Okay. Now that's the thing that's going to take all this crazy information and turn it into something like an AVI. And I've been running it lately, so I have a link for it here. Now the input, it takes as an input file one of these types of things, IFO. Okay. Now, I don't know which one I selected, but I think I took the biggest one. This one. Now, it's telling me that within that information file is information pertaining to one 49 or 15-minute length video and another 1-minute length video. I assume that one of them is a commercial and one of them is the video that I want. So I select that one. This tells you the audio tracks that are available on in the DVD. It's a 2-channel something or other. 2-channel sounds good. Now, depending on the quality that you want, you can choose a predefined size, 14. Often you'll see people choose the 2 CD 14 meg selection, or you can choose your own size. I would say that this is a 4/3 NTSC type format, 50 minutes long, which is about half of a movie, and a movie is usually compressed pretty good to about 700 megs. So I would choose, just to be on the safe side, maybe 800 megs. Or you could choose a quality that you want. Eight. Up. I don't know why I can't type in there. But let's say 8. Ish. Alright. Okay. So now we're not ready yet. Luckily there's only one audio track. There are no subtitles. Now the question is, what do we want for our output? Now usually you can just choose auto width. MP3 is a good audio format. This is video. This is audio. I usually choose 192. Variable bitrate. That gives you quite high quality audio. The codec, XVID, you may have to install. You probably will have to install on your system, but that's quite easy to do. In fact, installing this program will probably install that along with it. DivX is another format, which is in fact identical, except one you got to pay for and one you don't. This is the free one. Subtitles, don't care. So I'm going to say OK. Now, we're almost ready. Let's say add. Oops. I have to select an output file. So we'll call it decrypted AVI. Okay, now that's going to be an 800 meg AVI. And then I can say add job. Now this job is ready to start when I press start. And essentially, after you press start, you wait a very, very long time. I'll press start. I'll show you what it's doing, what it starts to do. Right now, it's going through its initial phase. And when this minimizes, it goes to the tray here, which is quite nice. Of course, you need to be able to double click to get it back. No, I can't. Well, I can pause and then double click. Okay, so now it's still doing something. Now, unfortunately, I've got 1,000 jobs going on at the moment. But what you'll see is that eventually it'll do like a first pass to get an estimate of the compression, expected compression, and then it'll adjust its settings based on that. It'll do the audio first, and then it'll do the video. It'll do it in 2 passes, and after maybe an hour or so, you'll have your AVI file. And then you just can't abort this. And that's it. That's all there is to ripping a DVD. This here is the decrypted DVD, all of this stuff. Okay. That means that it's had all of its protections removed. And turning it into an AVI requires that Auto Guardian knob. And so now you know what to do when you run into that terrible situation where you end up with a file and you don't know what to do with it. One of these, an ISO or an IMG. Usually they're 3 or 4 gigs big, because that's how big a DVD is. Standard DVD is 4 gigs. Nowadays, there are bigger ones, but that's the standard. There you go. So now you know how to do it. Okay, so there's a tip for the day.